Imagine believing that just by breathing or touching someone, you could make them seriously ill or possibly even kill them. This is the germ theory of disease. This is an incredibly low vibratory state of fear that manifests in extremely destructive behaviours, such as the chemical poisoning of children at needlepoint because parents believe that they are protecting their child from contagion and then wonder why there's so many things wrong with their child. The germ hypothesis of disease was never proven from the start. Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch's work on rabies and TB was ridiculously unscientific and did in no way adhere to the scientific method. You have to go way back to the foundational papers to understand how this nonsense became mainstream, and I highly recommend the work of Mike Stone of virology.com. His historical research and breakdown of the germ theory fraud is absolutely phenomenal. The pseudoscientific field of virology is a result of John Ender's 1954 measles cell culture, where he documents the cells breaking down with and without a patient sample in the culture. Now, that's notwithstanding the fact that in every cell culture to date, the alleged virus is never confirmed to be in the patient sample before the start of the experiment itself. This is scientism. In other words, ever since 1954, watching cells die in a plastic dish has been deemed as proof of a virus. Furthermore, a cell culture is not an observable phenomenon in nature, therefore failing the very first step in the scientific method. If you claim that viruses are real, the claimant has to provide the evidence, such as, number one, a paper that provides evidence of purified isolated particles assumed to be viruses taken directly from the fluids of a sick human or animal without culturing, that are then confirmed via electron microscopy. Number two, evidence that these purified and isolated particles were proven to be pathogenic naturally via adherence to the scientific method. This evidence does not exist, meaning that the claim viruses exist and are contagious is false. Also, there is no evidence that adheres to the scientific method that proves that bacteria cause disease. If you think otherwise, you need to provide a paper that evidences the use of purified bacteria and the scientific method to prove causation of an alleged disease when exposed naturally to the purified organism. People often chime in with, well, what makes me sick then? You don't have to know what is to know what isn't. It's up to everyone to apply logic and reason so that you can evaluate your own toxic lifestyle in order to make the necessary changes for optimal health. It's incredibly empowering when you know that you are responsible for your own health. This then influences a culture of responsibility in everything that we do, including the care for freedom, because with this awareness you realise that health and freedom are completely interdependent on each other.